Good morning. Here I am. Good morning. It's Sunday morning, and I'm so happy to see all of you, to be with you, to share a moment or two in time, or maybe more than a moment or two, of course. You know what? As I was really preparing to talk today and thinking about it yesterday and today, and this phrase kept coming to my mind again and again, crossing the narrow bridge. It's a very beautiful phrase. It's in the book of a great teacher, Nachman, Rabbi Nachman, and he views all of life as a narrow bridge. We're crossing. Where are we going? But we're crossing. We have all different ideas of where we're headed, different hopes. Are we going to get across the bridge? What is this bridge? These are all what we call in Zen practice koans. And a Zen koan is a question that does not have any logical or rational answer. You simply cannot figure it out. No way. In fact, they're constructed that way. They could seem absurd. Or, well, what are you talking about? Like that kind of reaction. Like, I'll give you an example of another koan. What is your original face before your parents were born? So you're confronted with that question, and the thinking mind is helpless. It stops. Most of us don't even understand, including me in the beginning. It's still the beginning, believe me. The thinking mind is, what are you even talking about? What are you even talking about? That's a great, great koan, and it's a great response because so many of us talk, including me, busy talking and talking. What are we really talking about? What are these words suggesting? What are we saying? Something we'll say will mean one thing to one person. It could mean something else to someone else. We could be stirring up inspiration for some and very much sadness for someone else, or fear. Words are so powerful. Words, concepts, ideas can be so easily distorted. It's a narrow bridge we cross when we speak, but we don't realize it. It's a narrow bridge we live because we don't know that where we're going, basically, and we don't know the consequences of our actions all the time either. And it's important to know both of those things, possibly. Two very close people to me passed away this week quite unexpectedly. Both were doing well, older, but doing well. And one moment full of life and here and quite joyous, and now both of them are gone. So maybe that's why that phrase they're both crossing the narrow bridge, or they've crossed it, or it's an image. A phrase is an image of something larger, as is a koan. It evokes many things. And the truth of Zen and the truth of life is so much of our wisdom is within us. Deep down, deep down, we know. Deep down, there's a part of us that always knows what to do on the bridge, where the bridge is, and where we're headed as well. And for one moment, one of these lovely people who passed, she said, I want to go now. I know where I'm going. Can you imagine? She just said that. It came out. It came out from another part within that we don't really tend to that much or listen to that much. We're so busy listening to words, ideas. People chew up life, digest it, and they give us their conclusions. And that's okay. They want to share. We all want to share, and we want to listen to other people's experiences. It's very normal. And sometimes something someone says will really evoke truth and wise direction within us, how to get across that bridge, how not to fall off, how not to get tripped up, how not to get deceived, and not to waste our time too. That's why I think they said a narrow bridge. Let's not waste our time, precious time we have in this world and crossing over. Let's not waste our time, because I, for one, love being alive. I love it. I've always experienced it as a wonderful gift, something fun and miraculous, and you don't know what's happening next. And beautiful people, all, even though somebody could be very in the moment or too nasty or confused, deep down, we're all beautiful people crossing together, together, together. That's the word. That's the operative word here, together across this bridge. I felt like I held the hand of one of the women who passed. I felt that the last day or two. We're talking, she's laughing. I knew something was happening. She knew, but we didn't quite know what. I felt like spiritually I held her hand, meaning I shared her journey a little bit with her. Perhaps that's what we're here for, to share one another's journey, but to share it with compassion, to share it in a kind way, because everyone's journey is different. That's how we're created. That's how we're made. No two hands with fingerprints are the same. No two fingerprints are the same. And everybody has a journey across that bridge, and very much wonderful to get companionship crossing, but not companionship who's going to push you off or who's going to pull you back or who's going to say you're on the wrong bridge. Companionship who will, in a very compassionate way, share your journey with you, not dictate to you how exactly you must make this journey, because in truth, we all have our own journey to make across the bridge. And certainly there are principles of life, very deep, profound principles of life that apply. They apply all across the boards, particularly the one, in my view, of kindness and of accompanying others. There's a saying also, especially these days, we run into it. Well, am I my brother's keeper? I'll take care of me, you take care of you. Yeah, this is not my responsibility, or a lot of boundaries. I'm this, you're that, go here, go there. Only this person will receive it, not someone else. Very dangerous, in my view. This is just my view. I'm not speaking as any authority. I'm just sharing many years of exploring these matters and living with them. That's a very dangerous point of view, not only for others, but for ourselves, because the answer is, am I my brother's or my sister's keeper? The answer is yes. Yes, you are. We all are. Yes. We're not here just to live with our own little few and love it and enjoy it. And, well, we are our brothers and sisters keepers. We help, which means we're here to help them. That's all. That's all. But that's everything. Because what makes our trip across the bridge so much more difficult and painful, potentially, is when the people we care about aren't with us. They're not there. They've turned back. They've turned their backs on us as soon as we cross the bridge, as soon as we get to this certain point in life. Many, many, many people, as they get a bit older, unfortunately, many people turn their back. They don't want to experience what goes on at that stage of life. Or for many reasons. Maybe they don't want to go near the bridge. There's a lot that we need to open our eyes to. That's why the bridge is narrow, and open our hearts to. Nobody gets tossed off the bridge because they're here and they're crossing. Especially, for many years ago, I worked a lot in hospice. To me, it was one of the most magnificent and important jobs anyone could do. I learned so much. It was so beautiful, too. It was such a possibility, because it's a time when one can be really sincere and truthful and close and really listen to the other person. It's also a time when other things can happen, but I've seen families really be able to communicate to each other honestly, truthfully, and with a lot of love. So those moments can be very, very, very sacred and very precious. Actually, all moments are, but we see it more keenly when we realize time is short, when we see for ourselves that person may not be here forever. We think everything is going to be here forever, including the bridge. I would say each moment to be cherished and to be used in a beautiful way. By used, I mean fulfilled. Take advantage of the opportunities that come each moment to make it a more wonderful time, a more meaningful crossing, a more meaningful time here. And just wait and see what happens to your life. It opens up, and other people around you also. We can all open up like flowers. So let's be part of the blooming, not the booming, but the blooming. Just thought of that. Let's be part of blooming, not the other part of harming. We don't want that. Thank you for listening very much and have a beautiful, beautiful day. See you next week.